I want to talk about the Montauk monster, the corpse of a very mysterious animal washed up on a beach. Okay? And it had no fur, and it wasn't recognizable as it wasn't recognizable. So people were wondering, was this some sort of mutation? Was it something that had been created in the laboratory as an experiment? What kind of a monster was this? The Montauk monster. Okay. The photographs were examined by reputable zoologists and biologists. What was the Montauk monster? It was a raccoon. It had been underwater. Now, I don't know if it had drowned or if it had died of natural causes or whatever, but it got underwater and as a result lost its fur, and the body bloated up. The furless body bloated up and gave it a very, very strange appearance. Okay? But that's what the Montauk monster was. It was a raccoon that had been dead and under the water for a long period of time. Okay, and this is an example, and there are others, of seeing something that is strange and automatically making something that is science fiction or horror out of it. Okay? You might see something you can't explain, and that means you can't explain it. It doesn't mean that it was dropped there by aliens from another planet. It doesn't mean that it was created by vampires or by ghosts or by werewolves. It doesn't mean that it's a mutation created by mad scientists. It means it looks strange and we can't explain it, at least not immediately. We may not ever be able to explain it. There's a lot of things that human beings may not ever be able to explain, okay? But just because we can't explain something doesn't mean that there's something monstrous about it. Okay. My brother saw some squirrel footprints in the yard, okay? We recognize them as squirrel footprints. A day or so later, the wind or something had caused them to get very large. If he hadn't seen them the previous day, they would have weirded him out. He might have, called up the newspaper and said he had monster footprints in the yard. Okay? Things can look kind of strange. Things that are quite ordinary can look kind of strange. We should jump to the conclusion that something is monstrous just because we can't immediately explain it, or just because it looks a little strange. Hope you like hearing that.